folks, I wanted to share the difference between commodity pricing and value-based pricing. If you're new to the business world and if you're just getting started, you might hear these terms being tossed around, commodity pricing or value-based pricing, and you must be like, well, I don't really know what's the difference. So commodity pricing is it's a way of looking at the pricing structure where kind of like the pricing has standardized and everyone actually fights to lower their price and their profit margins. An example of that is I recently bought an iPad Air. So, I'm really happy that I got a tablet. So, I got the tablet, but the screen is a little small, right? And I've been using that tablet to get a whole desktop kind of experience because I think like it's really cool. So I ordered a portable monitor. Now, when I was looking at the Amazon to find a portable monitor for myself, of course, there were a lot of different options and like maybe like even 10 or 15 options. And all these different monitors, they looked pretty much the same. They had the same features. And I was like, okay, whichever one has the lowest price, I'm going to buy that. So I'm looking at all these 15.6 inches monitors and I bought the one which had the lowest price. So I got mine for like $100. So you can get one for even less than $100. So now that is commodity-based pricing, right? That's a perfect example of commodity-based pricing. And to talk a little bit about the value-based pricing, of course, value-based pricing is, when, there is a company and they want to price the product not on how much it costed them to like manufacture it or to get to you, the consumer, but how you perceive the value of the product. An example of that is, of course, Apple, right? So there are a bunch of different laptops out there, right? But you go for MacBook maybe, or just an iPhone. Now, it's just a phone, it's a smartphone, but there's a value that is associated with it. And there are quite a bit of advantages of doing a value-based pricing model. Number one is that a customer actually gets more involved with you, the more perceived value they pay for it. For instance, like if you take like going to a gym for an example, right? And if I pay someone like, let's say $100, then I know that I'm vested, right? So that's a benefit. Like the consumer is more oriented towards the business because I'm paying $100. And the way I read a book recently and in it was mentioned like, how do you, underestimate the value? So the way to like estimate the value is like, the perceived dream outcome for me, like for me, the dream outcome is to like get like maybe like a good body, like, like being physically fit, like hardened muscles. Okay, that's my goal. So that's my dream outcome. Second is customer reference. Now, this gym membership or whatever $100 that I'm paying, it has worked for so much, so many people out there who were like maybe skinny fat and now they've like gotten chiseled body, right? So that worked for them. The other is time delay. Now this we need to decrease, like how much time does it take for me to get there? So the time delay, as much as you can decrease it, the more value increases. And the last but not the least would be like kind of like the perceived value and how the customer actually feels about it. So this is like how value is kind of like perceived. And for like companies that that are listing out new pricing for their products, it's obviously like more important to go for a value-based pricing architecture. So I know like, this was like kind of like a layman's explanation to you, but just kind of like an explanation. Maybe you're sitting down with a friend in a restaurant, in a coffee shop, and you're just like chatting, okay, hey, I don't know what is commodity pricing, what is value-based pricing. So I hope you liked it. And there might be some more videos that will come out pretty soon.